Welcome to In Her Voice, a podcast created for women who listen to and live by their deepest wisdom, their inner voice. This was made for you, the woman who feels pulled to more, to lead, to create, to dream, and to be a world changer. My name is Kelly Covert, and I am an inner voice coach. Join me here each week as we explore what it means to reach for your inspired potential, all while honoring your worthiness each and every day. Well, hello there. This is Kelly, and you're listening to In Her Voice. Thank you so much for being here today. I am going to talk today about giving yourself permission. How many of you do that? This is something that I first heard about from Brene Brown. I was listening to an interview with her. I don't even remember who the interview was with, but she was talking about when she went on Super Soul Sunday with Oprah. And, I think this is one of the reasons I love Brene Brown so much is because she's just so real. I mean, it's Brene Brown, right? And she is just as freaked out to meet Oprah as any of us would be. And she said she remembers thinking, that she wanted to be able to relax and enjoy herself and have fun and just be present in the moment of spending that time with Oprah. And so she wrote herself a permission slip, and she gave herself permission to have fun and enjoy the process and not overthink it. And she, it was just on a little slip of paper, and she said she cut it up and folded it up and put it in her pocket. And that was a reminder to herself that she is allowed to enjoy herself even in this big moment. And ever since then, I have really practiced this idea of giving myself permission. And I have written myself many a permission slip because there is something really powerful about writing down what you need to give yourself permission to do. And the curious thing about permission is I think as women, especially older women, we put a lot of shoulds on ourselves. I talk about this all of the time in podcasts. In many episodes, we talk about shoulds. We should do this. We should do that. We should do that. And I think with that comes a lot of should nots. I shouldn't want this. I shouldn't have to need this. I shouldn't need to ask for help. I shouldn't want this new car. It's selfish of me. We have all of these reasons why we shouldn't want things. And most of those reasons are made up, and they come from a system, a society that teaches us that desire is wrong. And it teaches us that we can't have the things that we want. And it teaches us that we have to act a certain way. Do you hear what I'm saying? Does this resonate with you? Because when we as women, as individual, independent women, start saying to ourselves, I am allowed to be whatever I want to be. I am allowed to want what I want. We are not only giving permission to ourselves, but we are setting examples for the people around us. And so it has a dual impact. It has an impact on our own lives, and it also has an impact on the people who share our lives. And it's not always comfortable. When a woman starts to step out into her true being and says, I give myself permission to speak up and speak out, that can be very uncomfortable for both the person who's doing it and the people who are around that person, because it means that a shift is happening. It means that transformation is taking place, and transformation can be very uncomfortable. And it is worth it. It is worth it because really, until we give ourselves permission to be exactly who we were meant to be, what are we even doing? Who are we even being? I can't tell you how many times I didn't speak up in my life, or I didn't say what really needed to be said, or I didn't even have fun because I thought I needed to look a certain way or act a certain way. And, why did I think I needed to be that way? Well, because I was literally trained from as young as I can remember to be a good girl. And doing things like swearing or bragging about myself or being proud of myself or speaking up if I disagreed with someone were not things that good girls did. So in my 40s, I had to start giving myself permission to do those things. And here's the truth. Most of you listening to this, I would say 99.9% of you that are listening to this are full-grown adult women. You can do what you want. You can be who you want. You can give permission to yourself to act the way you want. Now, are there consequences to all of our choices? 100%. But those consequences can be good too. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm encouraging you to give yourself permission to do all of the things that might feel hard, that might feel out of your comfort zone, that might actually feel like they're not even you, but for some reason you want to try it. What happens if you try it? I will tell you this. It may seem like I am an extrovert because I'm, outgoing and I'm easy to talk to. And I love connecting with new people. And all of that is true, except for the part that I'm an extrovert. I am definitely not. I would consider myself an introvert who looks like an extrovert. And one of the things I find really challenging is going to parties. I do not feel comfortable at parties. I don't know why. I have a hard time sometimes letting my hair down and really having fun with people that I don't feel really close to. And I remember this one party in particular I got invited to. It was at my gym, at an old gym that I used to go to. And everyone at the gym was super social and they always were having parties. And I never went because, it just wasn't very fun because I had to work so hard at sort of letting go of my inhibitions, which were created, by the way, because of this whole good girl persona that I have had for as long as I can remember. And I really wanted to go to the party, and some of my friends were like, you got to come, you never come. We really want you to be there. You'll have so much fun. And so I wrote myself a permission slip. And I gave myself permission to have fun, no matter what that looked like. And, that little act of writing that permission slip, of giving myself permission to do something out of my wheelhouse, go to a party and have fun. That sounds silly, but it's true. Really allowed me to let my hair down and to enjoy myself and to not overthink everything that I did or everything that I said. So, I want to empower you to give yourself permission to do what you need to do. This month, I wrote a permission slip for myself. And actually, I guess when this comes out, it will be last month in November. I wrote a permission slip to myself, and the permission slip said, I give myself permission to forgive people who don't follow the rules. So let me tell you where that came from. If you live in the world now, which you do if you're listening, this is recorded in December of 2020, we're still in the middle of a global pandemic. And there are rules and expectations about how you should be in public, meaning you should wear a mask and, you should socially distance and try to keep from being in large groups of people, all of these rules, right? And if anything, I am really good at following rules. And as an Enneagram 1 who feels very strongly that things should be right, also struggle when I see people not following rules that I think are essential, like wearing masks. And so I was experiencing so much angst over the past, few weeks of like people not following the rules, including people that I love, including people that I'm close to, and like struggling with that and being angry and feeling some resentment about that and not really knowing how to handle a lot of those emotions that were coming up. And so I recognized it was something that had been really triggering me for many days in a row. And I thought to myself, what would happen if I gave myself permission to just forgive the people who are breaking the rules? And the beautiful thing about forgiveness is it's not condoning, and I'm not doing that. But when you forgive, you're actually doing yourself something. You're letting yourself let it go. You're letting yourself say, I give you grace here. And that has been so powerful for me this past month. And I actually used my Enoughness Planner. And in the Enoughness Planner for each month, there is a permission slip that you can fill out. And some of the permission slips are blank. You can put whatever you want. Other ones are guided. And then in the back of the Enoughness Planner, there are 3 pages of permission slips that you can cut out. You can write them out and cut them out and stick them in your pocket or put it on your mirror, do what you need to do. But I have found so much relief and so much joy and so much freedom in giving myself permission to do what may seem like simple things to other people, but can oftentimes be difficult for me. And so I want you to think about, what do I need to give myself permission to do this month or this week or today? And write yourself a permission slip. And if you want to use these pre-written permission slips, I encourage you to check out the Anaphonist Planner. It is officially out into the world, and I'm so excited to share that. And you can learn all about it. You can buy it right from Amazon. If you just go to Amazon, you can search it. But you can also just go to my website, kellycovert.com/enoughness. That is the planner page. And you can order the planner from there. And then there's also a ton of resources there to help you go through the planner and to understand more deeply the purpose of the planner. And I think in the coming weeks, I'll be doing a special episode just on the podcast, just on the Enoughness Planner, so you can learn more about that. But it is available to you, and I encourage you to buy it for yourself and start writing permission slips for yourself. And if you do this, please take a picture of your permission slip and tag me on Instagram at Kelly J. Covert, or shoot me an email and let me know what you are giving yourself permission to do this month. I want you to know that you matter. You being you, fully you, makes a difference in your world, and it makes a difference in our world, because we all collectively receive the benefit of everyone showing up fully as themselves. Remember this: you are worthy.